I don't know if there's a sign-up sheet somewhere, but put me down for 6 more games like that.
You're not going to need them.
As the NBA Finals begin with a New York victory on the road in San Antonio in come-from-behind fashion. They win it by 10, and if you're scoring at home, that is 7 straight road wins by double digits. We've never seen that before in NBA playoff history. It's Inside the NBA. It's presented by Lily, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. How did the Knicks win this game, Shaq?
They did it by effort. A lot of guys play well. Shout out to Hart, 15 rebounds. Cat played well with 18. Listen, they just did it. Brunson had his moment in the third quarter where he took over. I admit, before the game, game one's always a fill-out game. I was anxious to see how he's going to do against those tough 4 defenders. He just showed me, Kenny and Chuck, that he's ready for the lights. He's ready for the big lights. Third quarter and fourth quarter, he carried them a little bit, but the others for the Knicks definitely stepped up. Again, shout out to Hart for 15 rebounds. Shamet, hit some timely threes in the first half. They all play well. Alvarado, they did it by committee, and that's how you win championships, by committee.
Well, I really thought the pace of the game slowed down. And that, to me, and just in my opinion, that's the advantage of the Knicks. Because when you deliberate and you can get the ball to the people that you wanted to in the key moments, they're better. But when you let San Antonio go up and down because of their youthful exuberance, they can just play park ball. And they can be in transition where Harper and Champagny and all of the players that they have, Vassell, they all could just get into the rhythm of the game easier. I would make young players make big decisions, and that's what the Knicks did. They made the young players of the Spurs start to make big decisions on the offensive end.
How big is this win for New York on the road?
It's humongous. But the key to the game was Karl Anthony Towns. He was spectacular. I mean, Brunson's going to get a lot of love. He scored the most points. But if you actually watch that game, the biggest difference in that game was Karl Anthony Towns, him getting Wemby away from the basket, him posting up, him getting offensive rebounds. That's when they made their run in the third quarter. They were down 14. And he was just like, and this is what I was impressed with. When he's aggressive like this, because Wemby can't, I was surprised he was getting around Wemby this easy, to be honest with you.
Chuck.
I mean, he took it at him all night long. And then Josh Hart was fabulous. Shamet made some big plays. Everybody chipped. This to me was a bench game that won. Like I say, obviously that right there, he got 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. This is another right here, another 3-point play. This is when they made their run. This is it. And Alvarado played well, but Karl Anthony Towns, what I said, if they're going to win this series, he's going to have to be the best player on the court for the Knicks. And he was the best player on the court for the Knicks tonight, in my opinion. And those other guys chipped in. But, man, what a great win.
It was a huge fourth quarter, though, for Jalen Brunson as well. 13 of his 30 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but when they made the run from down 14, that's when you won the game. He was the closer, but when they were down 14, that was when Karl Anthony Towns made that run.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. So here it is, if you're just joining us.
See,
and if you are, shame on you.
If you want to get in transition with these guys, they're too good to me. They understand how to play with this type of rhythm. Make them make these decisions. You got Harper right here. This is back. Hey, I'm back in the schoolyard.
How good is this kid, too? Man alive.
He's not as good as his daddy yet, but he's pretty damn good. And I tell you what, I don't know.
Champagny for 3. He had 5 of those in the first half.
This is an offense that we got lucky right here with Brunson.
Yeah.
But, it was interesting. I guarantee you the coach said something at halftime. Why are you guys leaving Champagny? Why is he wide open? And he didn't get any wide open shots in the second half.
Brunson again goes down, this time with the ankle. And then he turns it, and then Cornette steps on it.
Well, that's accidental.
Oh, it is.
He would stay in the game, obviously.
Tough shot maker, this kid, I tell you. Doesn't matter who you put on him.
Champagny again.
Why are you leaving him?
Right over Jose Alvarado. Champagny again over Shamet.
Why are you leaving this dude? This is just stupid, Ernie.
Wasn't my defensive scheme. I'm sorry.
He's like, why these fools keep leaving me?
They had a 55-48 halftime lead. De'Aaron Fox, no, but look at Stephon Castle.
And that's what I mean. You get these guys in transition. You get them when you're trying to find them. They're too good, too talented. But when you make them slow down, and make real deliberate decisions.
Yeah, this is right here, man. This is Cat with Cat. So they're down 11 right here. Well, and watch Cat. This one, Cat just takes over the game.
They were down 14 at one point, and here's Cat again.
And this is when Cat took over the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this is awful defense.
A 25-11 finish to that quarter that tied the game going to the fourth quarter.
Then, at that point, man, how about calling over the back one time? And then he made 2 big threes in a row, Ernie.
OG.
He stepped up in the
this was tough. This is tough.
And also, Ernie, kudos to the Knicks, because when they got down 14 instead of pounding, they just came back and played hard.
Oh, this one I thought Wemby was going to will the Spurs to win. He did that 2 times in a row.
Yeah, and they did take the lead back at 95-94, but there's Brunson for 3. And then Brunson with the spin, and
that's good defense right there.
Over Vassell.
That's just a hell of a shot right there. Ain't nothing you can do about that one.
He finishes, does Brunson, with 30 points, 12 out of 31 from the floor, and 2 out of 9 from 3.
Yeah, that's not a good percentage.
But the Knicks win it 105-95. Wemby 26, 12, and 3 blocks, and there's the line on Karl Anthony Towns with 18, 12, and 4.
But Ernie, that's actually what's disappointing. See, that's why I hate analytics, Ernie. Because if you were just sitting at home minding your own business and said Brunson had 30, Brunson didn't have a good game.
He had a good fourth quarter.
He had a good fourth quarter. But if you just looked at Wemby's numbers, you say, man, Wemby had a great game. Wemby did not have a good game.
No.
That's why you can't go strictly by numbers. Wemby's numbers look impressive, but he did not have a good game.
6 out of 21 from the floor for Wemby. So San Antonio at home drops the opener. Here's their head coach, Mitch Johnson.
Film felt like, he missed a few shots early, and we got to get him moving in space and towards the rim, whether that's on rolls or running in transition, but we need the pressure on the rim and the force in the paint. And then they did a good job, obviously, being physical and showing crowds, but, we need to do a better job of establishing that early on, for sure.
Rachel. 4th row on the right. Rachel.
Hey, Mitch, just wondering about some of the early in the shot clock threes and what you thought that was about.
Yeah, I don't have any right now that I felt were egregious. There was definitely a stretch there in the second quarter, I know, where, we want to play with pace and we want to hunt threes in transition, but we also want those to be in rhythm and feel like they're our shot. And there might have been some questionable ones. I'll have to go back and look at the film. But again, it gets tough when you get nitpicky with that stuff. I'll have to go back and look. But we definitely, again, didn't have enough pressure on the paint all night, whether that was in transition or in the half court. And we got to make sure we're still putting force in the paint. And we'll still get our threes up with that. But we can't work outside in. We got to go more inside out for sure.
10-point win for the New York Knicks. 12 straight wins now in this postseason as they take the opener on the road. Karl Anthony Towns, we've talked about the fact that he had a huge game here for the Knicks in this Game 1 win, and he joins us now. Kat, thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes. My question to you is this. Look, you have an 18-12 game. You go 7 out of 15. But you were crucial in that comeback in the third quarter. Have you played a better game than this, given the circumstances, Game 1 of the NBA Finals?
I don't know, but I will say, I'm upset I didn't shoot better. I was a little rusty, I feel like, but what I do say is I was really proud of the defense I brought out here tonight. So it was always about the defense. The defense was what won us this game, because our offense really didn't show up. But the defense did, and that's why we're leaving here with a win on a night where he didn't shoot well.
Jersey, great game tonight.
Appreciate
Are you
you
making a conscious effort that if he comes up to you, you're going to give him that, little jab step and drive right by him? Because you did that beautifully tonight. I was actually surprised how easy you made it look out there. Like I said, are you making that a conscious effort?
I'm just reading what the defense gives me. Early in the game, I just wanted to be aggressive in my playmaking, and of course, like you told me before, be aggressive in scoring too. Take my shots early, and I just saw something right there that could work. It worked early. I just wanted to continue to find ways to get to that if I had an opportunity. But again, it's all about winning. So just making those winning plays, impacting winning every single possession was all I was thinking about.
Well, Cat, number one, you were fabulous tonight. I thought you were the MVP of the game. I know Brunson finished strong, but you were the guy who got him back when y'all were down 14. My question is, you got 48 hours. You and Brunson are the leaders of this team.
Yeah.
What are y'all gonna say and do and get rid of all the BS that y'all gonna have to listen to for the next 48 hours and get greedy and don't settle for a split?
I mean, block the noise and continue to worry about us. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Every game we should be stepping in here, it should be 0-0. It should never be us thinking that we got 1 game or 2 games, 3 games, it doesn't matter. 0-0, that desperation, that energy that you need to bring on the first game in game 1, we should be bringing that every single game. So we'll try to communicate that as much as possible. The team has responded in the 12 games we've won in a row. So just staying in the present, not thinking about what happened in the past, not thinking about what we could be in the future, just staying right now in the present.
You know, congratulations, first of all, Kat. Secondly, you guys have played 4 games in about 20-something days, 23 days.
Yeah.
And now you go from the conference finals to the NBA finals.
Yeah.
What was the difference in terms of intensity, effort, things that even possibly surprised you about game 1 and being in your first NBA final?
To be honest with y'all, I don't want to sound sugarcoating or anything like that, but Shaq, you would know what I'm saying. I don't know what it was, but I just felt a calm and a peace that, I don't know, had to come from the woman above. So I felt really confident about today. I felt good. You know, I felt like a kid. It felt like it was just fun out here. This is something that as a kid you always dream about. You always hope that you just hope to be an NBA player, let alone to be in the NBA finals. And all day it was just a weird feeling. It felt like I was a kid getting ready to go play my Saturday AAU games and Sunday AAU games. And in a way, I felt like I was seeing her in the stands, and it was fun. It was really fun, and it was really comforting because, you know, game 1 of the NBA Finals, you're told how the pressure is going to be and everything is, and I don't know. It felt like a certain presence was here that was very comforting and very loving, and I felt like I could have fun out here in game 1 of the NBA Finals, which is the weirdest thing because you would expect to have the pressure at the highest.
Yes, rest in peace to your beautiful mother.
I appreciate it.
This is the first time in a long time I've seen the team have 8 to 10 days off and not come out rusty. Did Mike Brown give you any days off? What was the routine? How did you guys stay so intact?
You know, I talked about it in the media. It was more about just adjusting from going into the conference finals and then coming into the finals. I explained that we need to probably play more 5-on-5, you know, get right back to it. So getting back to work quick was, I think, huge for us to not be as rusty. I don't think you know, obviously we didn't shoot that well today, but it was definitely better than game 1 in Cleveland. So, you know, I think it worked out for us. We really got competitive in practice. You know, we had a lot of 5-on-5, and I think it helped us not be as rusty today. And also, I think it also kept our minds sharp because our defense was great tonight, and that's what won the game.
Karl Anthony Towns chalked this one up to a real great team victory in game 1, and also to Moms. Moms always get it done.
They
always
certainly
did for you tonight in game 1. Thanks a lot for the time, brother.
I appreciate
Jersey, great game.
Man, thank you, man. Thanks, Shaq.
You know, Ernie, I'm not sure they were rusty. I think they were rusty. They didn't play well. I think that's the one thing. If you Mike Brown, you're like, guys, we did not play well. He said they played pretty good defensively, but that was not a good basketball game from an offensive standpoint. The percentages they shot, the turnovers in the first half, they cut them down in the second half, but they did not play great tonight at all.
Yeah, 41% shooting, but they did hold San Antonio at a 36%.
Yeah, I was going to say neither team shot the ball particularly well, not just the Knicks. I think you could call the Knicks rust, yes, and you can call the San Antonio youth. But game 2 is you start to get settled in about who you are and what you're going to be in this finals. And game 2 is a very important even if no matter who wins game one.
Well, it doesn't
game
matter
two,
who wins.
Not necessarily, because
really.
because game two you kind of settle in and start to be like, okay, well, and this is for me. I remember the first finals. I look up, and the NBC at the time were doing the fight. I see Dr. J. I see like those players see Shaq, Chuck up here like, whoa, wait, this is different. This inside the NBA is on the road. You know, Malik is here, Stephen A's, everyone's here. So it does give a different vibe to what's going on that first game, and you got to get used to that.
But you got to do a better job of making adjustments. Yeah. San Antonio definitely has to adjust. Coach said we got to get Victor the ball a little bit more inside. And for Victor, you got to play better. You know, the way he played, not good at all. 6 of 21 is not going to get it done. Shooting 10 3-pointers is not going to get it done. So you got to make some self-adjustments and some mental adjustments, and you have to say we cannot lose game two.
Let's hear from Wemby. He's at the podium right now.
Feel like you did what you needed to do in that regard, and how can you improve on that in game two?
No, of course not. I agree with the coach. And, I mean, it's the same. Every team guards differently, you know. I'm going to figure it out. It's, yeah, I mean, I was bad tonight. It's not more complicated than that.
Fourth row on the right, Tim.
Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. Victor, you guys were up 12 or 14, whatever it was, midway through the third. When did you feel like things were slipping a little? Was it just simply just they just started making more shots? Was it something just simple like that?
It was quick, I think. I think we let that one go.
First row here on the right, Mark.
Hey, Victor. Walking into this, your first ever finals game tonight, were there any jitters that bothered you from the beginning that perhaps could have affected you at all today?
I mean, it definitely felt special for sure, but nothing close that could be an excuse, you know. It was not a factor in our performance.
Fourth row on the left.
You know, I disagree with Kenny and Shaq on big moments. The reason basketball is very simple. It's about matchups. They're not going to be able to match up with Karl-Anthony Towns in this series, period. Especially if he plays aggressively. Because you saw, I said, man, he's going to drag Victor away from the basket. That's not going to change by game two. And if he's putting his head down and driving to the basket like that, it's going to be a tough matchup. Now, Victor going to have a better game. Brunson didn't play good tonight. I love Bridges and OG. Now, Vassell and Champagne, they're great offensively. But if I'm in a dogfight, I want Bridges and OG with me.
Me and you had an argument on the show where you said great players don't play great all the time, and I disagreed with you. Tonight, the great players didn't play great. However, as a great player, you got to have those moments. Brunson had those moments. Karl-Anthony Towns had those moments.
Well, I disagree with you. Now, Wemby, remember when he put the Spurs ahead, I thought he was going to will them to this game.
I thought that too.
Yeah, I did. So he did his thing.
See, the thing that I didn't like, Victor was only trying to affect the game offensively. He did not affect the game defensively.
Because he can't,
today.
Kenny.
And yes, he
can't. No, he can't.
He can guard Cat.
He can't. No, he didn't.
I'm not saying he can't. We're not saying he did or didn't.
But I'm still.
But he didn't affect the game. He only tried to make his imprint to me on the offense.
Because he has to guard Cat out to the three-point line. He can't stand back there and play safety. Is my point. That's why I thought the guys from the Knicks would have an advantage, because he has to guard. Now, I was very surprised that Cat was able to drive around him that easily, but he still has to play Cat. That's why he can't concentrate on defense.
I think he needs to be more aggressive and have better shot selection. I don't want my guys shooting 10 3-pointers in the finals. Not at all.
And a Karl-Anthony Towns that aggressive is a good thing when you are the New York Knicks, who take a 1-0 lead in this series, 105-95. We'll take a break, and when we come back, you'll hear from Mike Brown on the Knicks' 10-point win. Play of the night, Microsoft 365 with Copilot. And it's Jalen Brunson, part of an 11-0 finish to this game for the New York Knicks, who had trailed 95-94 with 2:15 to go. Brunson with 13 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. And the New York Knicks run their postseason winning streak to 12. Dang, can you believe that? And another double-digit win on the road as they take it by 10. As we return here on Inside the NBA, I want to hear from Mike Brown, whose team has a 1-0 lead. Here we go.
The play of Jalen Brunson, and obviously he had to deal with that knee injury early on, the ankle injury. We saw him go to the back. How did you see him come through this game? And then also, what do you expect the next 24 hours to look like before you have to go to battle again?
Yeah, I'm too emotional, and when I get caught up in injuries. So when he got hurt and he went out, Jose, let's go. And I was about to throw Tyler Kolek in the game too. He came back. Jalen's tough as nails, and to me, he didn't seem like he had any effect afterwards. I haven't talked to our medical people. He didn't look like it was bothering him down the stretch, and so I think he's okay. On top of that, our guys spaced the floor correctly. When you're playing against San Antonio and you have a defensive anchor like Wemby back there, your spacing has to be right. And if that ball gets sprayed, we know Wemby's in the paint. And when the ball gets sprayed, guys got to make plays. And Josh was great with his quick DHOs. Guys were great shooting the ball. Guys were great having a second drive. And those are things you got to try to do against this team, because Wemby is going to gravitate towards the ball when you drive it. And, again, I give our guys credit, especially starting with Jalen, because he made some huge plays, which drew Wemby in even more. But give our guys credit for trying to play fast down the stretch and making sure the floor was spaced when Jalen drove the basketball.
Jalen Brunson's night. You see it quarter by quarter, and saved his best for the fourth when he scored 13 on 5 of 9 shooting. And keep in mind, look at that Cleveland sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals. He scored about twice as many points in the second half as he did in the first half. Same story tonight, Shaq, as he goes for 30 on the night. He goes for 13 in the fourth quarter. He had 11 at the half, 19 in the second half. He is the closer.
And that's when you especially want him to close in the fourth quarter, 13 points, 5 for 9, like you said. Listen, not only is he a great player, he is a tough shot maker. Again, at the beginning of the series, I was worried that, Spurs had a lot of defenders they can throw at him. But this guy right here, he never settles. He reads the defense. He plays great. He's a tough shot maker, as I just said earlier. And he's a great player. And in this moment, this is what great players do. Kenny has always said this is the time when you make a name for yourself. And listen, if he wins the championship for New York, he will be one of the greatest players to ever play for Knicks, and he will be the king of New York.
The one thing that, I think in San Antonio, you have to think about two things. One, on the defensive end, are we going to at times in the fourth quarter double him? Get the ball out of his hands, because his single coverage is not working. And the second thing, if Dylan Harper is able to play with that type of proficiency, will we keep him in the latter moments of the game? The last 4 minutes, 3 minutes in the game, he was not in the game. And he was probably one of the only guys who were actually playing with the proficiency to stay on the floor against the Knicks. So those are two things that you have to think about. He does bring size and quickness to their lineup. So if you're San Antonio, those are the things I think you're going to have to really adjust in game 2.
You got to feel really good if you're the Knicks. Because, number one, that Brunson kid ain't scared of nobody. He ain't scared of nobody.
Not at all.
He's like, okay, you guys, yeah, Castle's a great defender. I like Harper too, but I'm going to score on anybody. I'm going to score on anybody. He has that tremendous confidence. But like I say, I've always said the key to this series is always going to be Big Cat, because his ability to shoot the ball is so unique. I said the only way I think you can beat the Spurs is you got to get Victor away from the basket, because if you let him stand back there and play safety, it's going to be tough. I would put Brunson in the pick. I'd put Cat or whoever in the pick and roll every single time to get that big boy away from the basket. Because he is a great defender. He's the best defender in the league, but he can't do that from 30 feet from the basket.
And would you agree also, Shaq and Chuck, in the earlier series, the only team that gave the Knicks trouble so far was the Atlanta Hawks. And they did exploit the pick and roll the opposite way and said, we're going to put Brunson in the pick and roll and make him defend on him and not just have all of this energy on offense. And that was
but the Spurs guards aren't great offensively.
You don't think Fox or Harper or Castle could actually make that happen?
They probably. Castle's not good enough a shooter yet.
Listen, I understand what all the gimmicks that you're talking about, but my big man can't go 6 for 21.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't have a good game.
How about that?
But like I say,
before we start doing gimmicks, big guy got to play a whole lot better.
He's got to play better. But the Knicks didn't play good either. Now,
I understand that.
The Knicks didn't play good. It's all about all matchups are all about individual matchups. Like I say, and Ernie said it, if Big Cat's playing that aggressive, this is going to be a long ass series for the Spurs because his ability to shoot the three,
or a short one,
or a short one.
All right, Chuck, a question: Big Cat playing aggressive, Big Wemby playing aggressive. Who comes out better?
Cat. Because
you sure about that?
Yeah, because Wemby's not an aggressive player. Shaq, one of your biggest problems is
he's aggressive at times. At times,
one of your biggest problems is, as much as I love you, you always put your brain in other people. Everybody's not aggressive. Like. You can't. Now, let me tell you something.
When he played aggressive last year, he had 42 points.
He did. One game.
Okay, so
he only had 21 in Game 7. He ain't like you. Now, listen. First of all, if he had your damn brain, we'd have to. We're like, no, he can't play with us. We'd have to make his. We'd like, yeah, he gonna play in their own league by himself. We're going to start a new league. Like, you think everybody has your personality? Wemby's a nice kid. Yeah, he can be aggressive at times, but he ain't that guy who gets to the gym and says, I'm going to take everybody's lunch money every day. He needs to get going and going and going. Like you,
but neither is Cat on a nightly basis, and we've had that discussion before.
Yes.
That's why we say when he's aggressive like this.
And that's why
aggression versus aggression. Who you got? You got Cat?
I got Cat because he's double loaded. He can shoot the three and go to the basket. And Ernie, that's been me and Shaq's criticism of Cat.
That's what I'm saying.
But would you admit this is a different Cat now?
No, this Cat tonight.
No,
obviously
was.
Ernie,
and the whole playoffs, this has been a different Cat.
But can you say that Wembanyama, a 22-year-old, in his first NBA final, had to feel this out?
No, it had nothing to do with feel out. He don't.
I'm just saying.
He don't have. Listen, he is a great. He's a great player. But Shaq was asking me about his aggressiveness. He's not an aggressive player. You can't assume. Like Shaq is an aggressive person. Wemby, he's like I say, he had 42 one game, then he had 21 in a Game 7. He's just not everybody. We can't make everybody.
But he's been averaging 30 against the Knicks. I mean, I get what you're saying, but his overall
30 ain't gonna get it done.
No, I'm just saying if he's I will agree that Cat is playing unbelievably.
Yes, he is.
But an aggressive Cat and aggressive Wemby wins.
We don't have to agree.
That's what I was waiting for, Kenny.
Yeah. By the way, San Antonio Spurs, first time this postseason, they lost a game when leading at the half, and it's the first time the Knicks won a game in the finals when they trailed at the half since 1973, which was their last championship. We'll come back with
years
more.
Old, Ernie.
You were what?
1 year old.
Ernie, who was on the set with you back then?
Hi, Mommy. I love you. I have to think about that.
Look at these people. Look at these cockroaches. They travel all the way across the country, these cockroaches in New York.
Dang.
They like cockroaches, man. They won't die.
I do want to pass our condolences on to the family of Rick Adelman, wife and 6 kids, who died at the age of 79. We talk about this date in NBA history a lot, and if you go back to June 3rd of 1992, Rick Adelman was coaching the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 1 of the Finals against the Chicago Bulls. It was the second time he had taken a team to the NBA Finals. In his career, for the Hall of Famer, one of 11 coaches to notch 1,000 wins in his coaching career. Rick Adelman was 79. Knicks fans.
Yep.
I don't know why you would say that, Chuckster. Why the whole cockroach thing, man?
Hey, come on, man.
That's disgusting, man.
Come on, man. They travel like cockroaches.
I know. They're hard to kill.
They're hard to kill, brother.
Yes, indeed. I think it's that time, isn't it? Please? I hope it's that time. Charles.
It's time for EJ's Nino Stat of the Night. Presented by no one.
I know with enough prompting we could get that going. Unsullied by sponsorship since
1989.
Thank you very much,
Ernie,
Dr.
you do
Rundle.
look like Fireman Bill Bid right now.
What? With what?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, but he doesn't wear a baseball
No,
hat.
from In Living Color. You just look. Come on. Jim Carrey. Love you, Jim. Charles, you ever have any cockroaches in your cereal growing up? You never had that? When they were crunchy, just throw a little sugar on them. Throw a little powdered sugar on them. Protein. Come on, they hiding protein. Yep.
We have to go fishing.
Yes, indeed.
Because in Bristol, or not in Bristol, but Scott Van Pelt.
Hey, Scott, we love you, Scott.
Waiting to do Sports Center.
Scott, we love you. And hey, my boy Stanford Steve.
Yeah.
Who's on the yellow shirt? Oh, that's Brad Pitt. Yeah, Brad Pitt is from Oklahoma. Is that Reba McEntire?
It is Reba McEntire.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what? I've never met, what's my man? I always want to meet him.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, yeah.
He's on my bucket list. Hey, Garth Brooks, come on, let me meet let Chuck meet you, Garth.
Alex Caruso. Hey, what a good son. Got a picture of me over there.
You know what? I was hoping to talk to Alex Caruso again because I wanted to ask him one time, does his family ever get mad? You call him your son. Yes, you know what? Alex, I thought you were
He's
going to
too
have...
nice a guy to complain about.
You got him in a fur coat. You should have had him in a fishnet. Hey, Garth Brooks, Chuck want to meet you. Let me know when you're free, brother.
Easy, Chuck. I got his number.
Do you?
Of course.
I met Brad Pitt. He's cool. Obviously, there's no... No, I'm going to let it go.
Good.
Stop it. African-American celebrities either.
Alex,
you can't find no black people in Oklahoma. What about Keith Jackson?
That's like the fourth city. He can't find one.
No, Alex is at the French Open. So it's somebody. Alex at the French Open.
Oh, that's not Alex.
So there's not.
Put it like this: there's celebrities in New York and in San Antonio.
Let me tell you something. The next time we have some, that's what you look like.
It doesn't look like me.
Yes, it does.
When I would wear Shaq's hat, it would.
Speaking of Jim Carrey's scary movie coming out this Friday, make sure you check it out.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Shout out to the Wayne family.
All right. SVP,
Let me
sorry
tell you
for the
something.
delay. Sports Center is next.